Hello and welcome to the backyard. I had mentioned in a previous video that I was going to make a sort of why video for this little web series of mine, this little nature beautiful backyard web series. And it's kind of hard to trace the beginnings, but I had an interest in naturalists, you know, these kind of Charles Darwins who go out in the world and they catalog different plants. And I thought, darn, I don't really know a lot about plants. I think that's kind of cool when you meet someone who knows about plants. I know some plants, and as I would take people through my backyard, I'd say, this is a whatchamacallit, or this is a whatchamacallit. Different little plants here and there. And I might say, oh, this, you know, you can eat this, or this is they use for medicine, or, you know, this was brought over from the Pilgrims, or what have you. But there were plants I didn't know about, and that was sort of, it wasn't embarrassing, but I'd rather be kind of knowledgeable about my own backyard and the plants in it. And there were other things too that played into it. I kind of had an interest. I always wanted to like get in a suit, like a beekeeper suit or a hazmat suit, and just kind of crawl through the undergrowth. It's just like the insect or like a little bunny. Just crawl through, see what was down there, see what life was like. What am I missing? You know, up here from this view. I also wanted to make a kind of like a picture, if you will, for my mom or my parents, for my family, just as a nice gift, and it would have kind of like natural drawings, nature drawings, what do you call them? You know, just kind of sketches of plants, maybe in colored pencil with like maybe some leaf pressings or flower pressings or something, and then just kind of decorated, maybe with some like scribbles, some handwriting, some cursive, just something this nice collage artwork of all the different plants in the backyard, which would have to be pretty big, I think, when now that there's so many plants and animals back here. But that was another factor, and I was also, there were just things at the time about plants that were interesting. I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson, a famous popularizer of scientists, had someone on his podcast. They were talking about venom and insects and plants and drugs and things like that, which were really interesting to me at the time. And I just thought, wow, there's all these things that are so weird, that like this plant, you have to heat it up to X amount of degrees to get its effect, or this, you know, this you have to shave off, you can only eat the root, or the leaves aren't good or something, you know, or you only eat this part of the plant, this part of the season. Just all these different crazy things, and you know, medicines that we've gotten from plants. It's just fascinating to me. And so there may have been that herbal influence as well, if you know what I mean. And finally, I just thought, I'll just go learn about these plants, and then I thought maybe I'll write a book or something. I've never written a book, but I thought maybe I'll write a book about all the different plants in your backyard and their uses and functions. And then, you know, just one thing led to another, and I thought I'll just record it. I'll make these YouTube videos. That's what I'll do, and I'll have a little. I was interested in YouTube at the time. I kind of missed the boat, I guess, but I was watching a lot of YouTube, and so I thought, why don't I do that? In any event, there's all these factors that came into play, and I thought I'll make this little web series. And so, 1 year ago today, in this exact spot where I'm standing, I did a little bit of research. In fact, I have with me the same paper I used a year ago. And I wrote some facts about black raspberries. And I came here and just started talking and recording, and it's going to be pretty awful. I guess you can see the first video below. I have to go make it. I haven't made it yet, but I plan to make it and upload it today. We'll see how that goes. So I would take my phone out with me, which has a camera on it, and as many phones do these days. I would just record different plants and animals and the nature that's out here in the backyard. Would you like to have a little peek, a little preview? All right, let's roll this. got these neat looking leaves, and these flowers are pretty nice, right? Alright, here we go. They're better than... Look at the backyard. Right? Right? I need to get a new camera that can focus. Should I try one? Of course. Of course I should. Actually, that's pretty good. No, wait a minute. Maybe they are grapes. No, they are grapes. Animals, they're just like us in a way. They're so weird. Some people even think they're like aliens. Look at this thing. It's ginormous. It's so cool. Alright. Wow, green. What's the difference? Maybe this one's dead. Anyway, here we go. So. I keep dropping them. You gonna wave goodbye? Swim away? Alright. Mark says goodbye. What has the world come to with these moths? They just don't care anymore. These little suckers right at the top. These little pods are unleashing all the energy that's in there that was put there by light itself. It's laid out here. But I'm thinking this is probably surely the most poisonous plant that we have in the backyard. That one seems like she might be a little angry. What's that? Let's move on, shall we? Kinda got these prickles on it. You can pick dandelions and give them to your mother. Check out the leaves on this sucker. You hear it? You see it? I can smell it. It's gorgeous. Alright, there you have it. So, a little sneak peek for you, if you will. And so I have a bunch of footage, but I haven't made episodes yet, and I have plenty of research, and there's plenty more plants and animals. There's one that's probably a foot away from me, an inch away. Well, I'm touching one right now. Okay. There's that I haven't even filmed yet or begun to. Well, I've done some research, but the point is, there's a lot still out there yet to do. And so I'm not sure what will happen. I don't know. I think I have enough for a season or two. And I don't know if they will come out every week or every month, or if this will just be the first episode and that'll be it, or if there will be 100, or if I'll spend the rest of my life traveling around the world to different backyards and talking about the wildlife there. I just don't know. We'll just see. Of course, the ideas for episodes and things have changed. For example, a lot of I'd never shot footage that much on my phone before, so a lot of the footage is vertically shot, which I guess I could reshoot, but I just decided, well, I'll just like have some facts and maybe some animations if I have time and that kind of thing. So things, they just change and they evolve. There was like 12 episodes I was going to do, and a bunch of them weren't even on plans. For example, this first episode below in the comments, the one I just am going to make today, which I made today, which that's going to be earlier because it's July 8th now. When I came here, July 8th, all the time ago, 1 year ago today, and started filming these black raspberries, which are still here, by the way. Let's have a look. Let's get some. Delicious, delicious. Right? Here you go. They're still here. Of course, we don't want to waste them. We're going to have to eat those. They're good for you. You can check it out in the video below, the first episode. But for an example, that first episode was just going to be about edible plants. So there were like 6 plants. I like walked around and I was like, you can eat this and you can eat this and you can eat this. And then now there's rather than like a whole bunch of all the edible plants were just the first episode is on one single edible plant. And there were things I'm not sure. I guess there might be some footage somewhere. I don't know how this will come out. But there were things there were all sorts of things that weren't even wildlife related. It was just about the backyard and the things you could do if you let your yard grow like this. So it's hard to explain, but there are like these clips of me just with like different weapons. Like I have like a machete or a bow and arrow or a sword. I just walk out. I'd like hack away at like just hack away at the overgrowth here, and I would do things with wood and like build. I just like took my drill out and I was hammering and making all these little things by the fire pit, and I was painting pictures and all kinds of stuff, which who knows how this is going to fit in. I suppose you can see some of it somewhere. You can either see it in my room when I'm live streaming, doing other things, or on Instagram, I guess. Maybe something will go there, who knows. So the main point was just that things have changed a lot since I started, and there's a lot still yet to do, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm excited, sort of, a little nervous, whatever. Not sure what will happen, but we'll see. It'll be exciting. So come along, join me, let's learn about the backyard. The beautiful backyard. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I had mentioned in a previous episode that I was going to, it wasn't an episode, was it? It's more like a bonus. Ooh, look at that bug behind you. Ooh, here it's coming back. Oh, yes, come to me. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Dang, you fly. This fly was just attacking me. Kind of killed it. It's all juicy now. Oh, I didn't kill it. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Oh, great. Starting off the show, and I'm just killing wildlife. Well, it was biting me, so I try not to kill insects, but if they bite me, dog eat dog, man versus insect. Let's try that again. Try what? There still are a lot of these Japanese beetles doing it. How long does it take them? They're just hugging. They're just hugging. Okay. Hello and welcome to the backyard. And I look at the sun. Let's try it again. Here we go. Okay. Why are you doing this with your hands at him? Are you warming up or something? Come on. Hello and welcome. I'm like yelling at you. Hello! Oh, dude. I mean, I have an interest in nature, sure. Who doesn't? I guess some people don't. But they're not human. Just kidding. Oh, right. I forgot. We're recording. It's live. Maybe I should have some of this grape leaf before the Japanese beetles eat it. Eat them all. I'm just kidding. They won't eat it all, but there are a lot of them up in there. See them all in there? Doing it and stuff? It's a lot of sex. Japanese beetle sex. Look, sexual reproduction is natural. So is asexual reproduction, for that matter. What are we going to take, 7? I don't know. I got grape leaves in my mouth. Let me go get some mint. I'll be right back. Bugs are attacking. Here we go. Ready? Take 2. Yes, the birds. Those are part of nature, so we'll leave those in. It's just so much nature. Okay, here we go. Take 500. I don't know. Okay, I think that's it. I think I got enough talking done there. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I could say something, but I think that's about it. I think we're done here. Bye-bye.